I'm okay, guys. I'm sorry. This was something I had a lot to do and trying to get it all done before the show. Um, I apologize for missing it, but I'd like to have you guys back here and maybe have a talk and fellowship a little bit. It sucks because I was gonna have Tom on and I just put my phone on do not disturb right as soon as like all this was starting, and unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I was like 18 minutes away. Um, I was 18 minutes away from the show and sat there totally relaxed, full of peace, right? That I was done and finished with all my messages, everything. Well, I still need to get back with I still need to get back with prepared mama prepper or and speak with her about some stuff. But other than that, right? Well, and there's one other person I got to get back to as well. But actually, I got a lot on my plate, man. But yeah, I hate it when I like I'm an hour late, or I wish it was not an hour late. I wish it was 20 minutes late or something, right? Like, why does it have to be? Oh, it's. I'm sorry, guys. What a goof, man. Hey, should I send out a note right now and let everybody know that I'm live now? Sleeping handsome, is that what you said? Well, I don't know. I don't know about that, Debbie. Is everybody back, or is it because I'm thinking of whether are we, because I want to have a show still. I think that'd be great to have a show still. It would suck for me if like I feel bad for Tom because I gave him the link and I said, okay, here's the link. I'm gonna finish up everything and then I'll get back with you in an hour. I took a shower, right? Um, I even waited to eat, right? Because I didn't want to be full. Yeah, I know. I'd rather have people talking in here. Let me see if Tom is there. Um, I know, man. I'm such a goof. Okay, where's Tom? Where's Tom? Because it'd be great to have Tom on right now. It'd be great. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a Skype. So hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second, guys. I have to do a Skype. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Maybe you guys can hear me while I'm doing this. Maybe we can kind of do like part of a show while I'm doing this. I don't know. I got to start learning what exactly that I'm capable of doing and what not. Um, Man, where is Tom? I don't see him. Oh yeah, right here. Okay, there we go. Man, I wish it was a lot less than All right, could you guys hear me while I was away? Yeah, me too. I can't wait until yeah, 8 is good, I guess, but man, there's certain people that I really wanted to be here, and you guys are two of them, so that's check those off, right? But yeah, this whole year is almost over, and we're gonna go ahead and have to throw this one in the books pretty soon. I'm like ready for that, to be honest. If I'm being totally honest, right? I just like I don't know. I don't know anymore, right? Like, but so one thing I think I'm gonna do, right? Like in 2022 is that I'm not gonna like because I'm still gonna reach out to people that are gonna burn me, right? I'm still gonna reach out to people that are gonna try to attack me, make a fool out of me, right? But I think I'm not gonna hang on as long as I normally do, right? Where like I keep thinking a person will change. I keep having hope that they'll see the light, right? Maybe they just don't believe that this is the end times and that the lake of fire is real. Like that has to be it. They have to probably feel as if what they know is right. And man, they're going to be in bad shape, man. And you would think, right? And I know we're supposed to have like this high integrity, right? And yeah, we all have a past, right? I don't think, I mean, I do wish I didn't use substances, right? And I do wish that there's times I behaved better, but there's things that I get attacked about that I shouldn't have to feel bad about, But none of us are good, right? But what I'm saying is that if the better your reputation is, the more you could stick your neck out and say, hey, you can believe me or you can trust me. And yeah, I know, man. But here's the thing, Rob. Maybe I'm reaching out to them and they don't want me to reach out to them. Maybe they don't want my help. Maybe to them it seems, I don't know. And then I've had a lot of people meet me, right? And they don't. It's like I have um this personality that some people think is like too good to be true in some ways, right? Like that it's some kind of act or something. And I just am nice. That's even when I get burned, I don't um want revenge or get angry or anything like that. And that's not believable to some people. They think that's fake. And I'm still not mad at them, right? Like they don't believe that's real. That I don't know. I guess I just don't. It's a waste of my time, right? I don't know, man, because I don't think that there's anything that I'm doing right that is that great. It's just the whole thing is that like we're at a time in history where we got to start prioritizing. Like, do I have time to think about who's connected and who's after me and who's mocking me and who's this and that? No, I don't have time for all that, right? Because it's another rabbit hole, right? I would almost rather be like they're trolling me, and maybe in a moment, one of the people that is trolling me will see the light, and Jesus will make a new believer right there in front of us. And it'll be a miracle, right? And then I know that person will change like in an instant. Once they know that it's real and that Jesus loves them and that they're special and that they devolved from God, like in a sense, like with all the things that have been created, God makes it pretty clear that, we're a pretty Like to be what we are, mankind, right, is a pretty high up honor, right? Like we could have been a tree, we could have been a turtle, we could be an angel, right? But we're a human being in the end times, and for some reason, God puts us above angels, right? We're going to judge angels, right? That's amazing to me, right? Like how could you know that and then not want it? And to know that whatever is happening here on this earth and how we're treated now is going to be inverted. Like in heaven, it'll be all opposite. You know what I mean? Like it'll be great. You know. Hey, Chow, how you doing? Oh wait, let me see what Rob says. Steve, what you might be fighting on here is I'm dealing with my own family. It's tough sometimes. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Rob. Deb says, but no one ever told me the ease of the gift of salvation. Well, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's simple, right? It's simple, right? You can put it in one verse, but so then you don't have to worry about your security, your eternal security. Chow says, for since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature, has been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. Romans 1:20. Absolutely. I don't want to sound dramatic to people sometimes, but if if you're a lost person, if you're a non-Christian person and you see me in your life, right? There's a purpose for that, and like you're running out of chances, I may be the last person that will tolerate you. Like God knows that about me, that I will keep tolerating people that abuse me almost, and they'll never get it. They'll think that it like I'm trying to say it in a way that I'm bragging about something or boasting about something, or that I feel like, they'll never understand how low of a servant that I've chosen to be, I never chose to be above anybody. Anybody. And I still will probably. I don't know. I probably shouldn't keep trying with certain people because the people here, it's not fair to you guys for me to keep doing that, because then I'll lose my credibility if I keep that. That would be ego to keep trying. But I would even keep trying with them. Says we have to stay the course no matter how many attacks we get from people. You're right. You're right. I have to forgive them 70 times 7 every day. That's 490 times a day. That's scripture. That's almost like, is it possible for them to wrong me that many times in a day? I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I would never walk up to somebody, like, like say, like their girlfriend died of cancer or whatever, and say, oh, yeah, you let them die of cancer. That's such an idiotic thing to say, right? And people don't understand that addiction is a disease. You don't learn from somebody else how to be an addict. It's you either are or you're not, or else you would see like more people, like, I don't know, in old age, like develop addiction. It only happens in younger people. Like you are an addict or you're not. You're not going to develop a crack addiction at like 65 years old. That will never happen. I mean, it'd be rare, man. It would be rare, man. Right. See? And a lot of us do, right? Which is why I wonder why they go and try to judge for in that way, right? It's not like, like everybody over there is drug free, right? I mean, I quit drugs 10 years ago, drinking and drugs, everything. And so, whatever, right? More than 10 years ago now. It's 2010 till now is, I don't know, almost 12 years in. I quit right. I remember I quit right before the Giants won the World Series because I wanted to drink and I couldn't. Says, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. Ooh, that's so good. That's why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardship, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. 2 Corinthians 12, 9 through 10. Deb, me, Rob says, Deb, me too. It can be a blessing or a curse. Yeah, you're right. I think the reason why a lot of us, right, go to like substances, right, because I know a lot of us do, is that when you're an empath, right, and you're feeling other people's pain all the time, like we almost feel like we're not good people if we don't feel bad when our loved ones are feeling bad. Like I feel like I got to feel bad with you. Hey, Evangelist Michael, what's up, my brother? I left you a message earlier. I never really get a chance to message you that much, on a personal level. So, yeah, but you can email me, goodservant22 at gmail.com. And I love to hear from you guys, right? So much, so badly. Why did I have to fall asleep today, man? Oh, I'm so upset at myself. And I wish that Tom was here. I wonder if Cindy's here. Because I know I was texting her earlier. I wonder if Teresa's here. And I haven't seen Michelle in a while. I know Hannah will be back soon, I think. But it's late for her now. You know who I haven't seen in a long time is Unbelievable Productions. And I really liked him a lot. Like a lot. And so if anybody ever sees him around, I'd love to see him again. James, of course. Of course, James. Yeah, I think we should be addicted to reading the word. Oh no, and that's fine, Michael. Just you take your time, but I would love to have you on the show. Same with Rob, same with James. Anybody that would want to come on the show, right? Debbie, Chow, even would be great. You know, anybody that feels like they want to come on, like and do like a talk, like one on one or whatever. Like I prefer one on one talks because you get more out of somebody. Like you know what I mean. They could really share what they want. And or like I used to like it when me and Tom used to interview people. That was good too. But to have like 4 or 5 people on the panel, that's good too. But that's not my kind of like. I'm not good with that kind of a platform, because I can't keep up with who's sharing what. And then if there's an argument, could you imagine like how hard it would be to like manage that? And so I don't know. Cindy was in pain. Oh my God. I feel bad. I feel bad for what I did, man. And we were just talking about how I was more consistent and all that. And yeah, I mean, you never know, man. And then people will want to do streams about you or talk crap about you or bring up things in your life or twist them, or it's like what that's weird, man. Don't you think that that's like odd for like people to like want to do that, like to like I don't see how there's any benefit to that. I mean, I see if we could like expose people that are hurting people, like that would be great, man. Like then we could like like affect change maybe, right? But I mean, just to harass somebody if they have, that's no good. That's being dumb. Forward motion is great. Yeah. I mean, yeah, well, live and learn for sure, right? And if you did something wrong, right? You gotta like I mean, I don't hide anything I've done. So if I did something wrong, I don't mind talking about that and talking about like how to overcome that, And there was many times in my life that you know, I chose to do the wrong thing. I mean, after my divorce, I went downhill, and the alcoholism and the drugs was just like overwhelming, I mean, overwhelmingly changes you as a person, right? And it's like when you stop using it, you're almost like a totally different person. It's crazy, right? I am so sorry, Clutch, man. And I hadn't like I don't remember seeing you in the last few shows, and I was like really concerned for you, And I didn't know what was going on, and I know that Sheila was messaging me too. And man, does that make me feel really sad? You know, because look, man, everybody's messaging me. Now I got a phone meeting at noon, and then and then another appointment at 1:30. Maybe it was a good thing I had some sleep, like as far as overall, but it doesn't make me feel justified in doing it because you guys were here waiting for me. And without you guys, I mean, there's nothing, right? Like it's about loving God and loving each other as we love ourselves. You miss any of those ingredients and there's nothing, right? I know you guys called me on all devices, and I had just put it on do not disturb because last time I was doing it, somebody was calling me on WhatsApp. I think it was Sheila on accident, was calling me on WhatsApp while I was live, and that messes with my thing. And so I put it on because it's a way that you can get attacked. And so I'm like, oh, I left that major hole open. And I guess like right before the show, after I take care of all the messages and do all the stuff, right? That's when I feel the most relaxed, right before the show. And if I close my eyes, forget it, you know? And I know better. It's even worse if I eat right before because then I'm full. And I had just made my breakfast and I was gonna do this and then eat after. That's what I was just pulling out of the microwave. It's cold now. It's just a brick of oatmeal. I make it in a square, like not a square bowl, but like a like a kind of a brick shaped Tupperware. Like I eat my brick of oatmeal with my. I know it's funny, but like it does pay off. Like in the end, like because I'm not an in shape person as far as exercise or any of that stuff, right? And so having a very low sugar diet and very disciplined diet is like the only thing that's keeping me like in semi good shape. And I don't need any grease or any of that stuff, right? But this pancake kick that I was on, right? Because you do it once, you crave it 3 or 4 more times. I'm glad that that's almost over. I say almost because I still want some. And then I'm gonna have to admit to not having a a disciplined diet, and that I'm half disciplined, half pancake man. You know what I mean? But I don't know. My gratitude for like 15 people to come back here after I was late an hour and 20 minutes is humbling, because I don't deserve that. But it's not about me anyway. All right, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind. Let each esteem others. Yes. And that's the absolute inversion of they were at the Tower of Babel, right? Where they were all of one mind against God, right? It's almost hard to believe, right, that the whole world at that time during the Tower of Babel, right, was against God, and they were willing to build a tower up there and fight God. And as the story goes, um, after like building it for years and years and years, right? If somebody, because it took 2 years or something like that for a brick to get to the top, to put on top one brick, took years to get up there, and if a brick fell, they would mourn the brick because of how long it takes to get it up there. But if a person fell, they wouldn't they didn't feel anything for that. And is that a bold statement or what? Does that paint a picture of just how how messed up that people can get against God, right? Hey Camo, how you doing, my brother? Love you, man. Hey, outside the four walls of Yahuwah, always enjoy seeing you. I like your channel too. I mean, you really need to have more subscribers. It breaks my heart that you don't get to reach more people, because you really are good. And Evangelist Michael says exactly, the devil's servants are one-minded and one accord. And if we do the same, we're stronger. We are much stronger than them. And they hate it. They hate it, because the thing that makes them strong, right, is that they all move together at one time, right? They're together and they move all in one shot. And it's devastating, right? But if a few of us pray about that, we could pray them down. They think not, but they're wrong. I love the ones that think that somehow the Bible's a LARP, but it's really their father, the devil, lying to them that they're being LARPed. Can you believe that? Someone told me that like they believe that like the world resets every like 400 years. Somebody said that they reset it every 26,000 years, right? All this stuff that you can like easily debunk, right? But it's just insane, right? Because they use like the population, right? Like, oh, the population would never, it would be too big. But there's so many variables to that. There's wars, people get sick. There's times where, trust me, God is gonna let all the babies be born that need to be born, right? That is gonna happen. You can't stop anything in God's world. Hey Sheila, yay! I'm glad that you came here. Man, I really feel bad about Tom because I had given him a link, and I didn't even say hi to him or nothing, man. I just said, "Oh, I'll be back in like 2 hours. I have to finish up some stuff." And I didn't even say hi to him or anything. I feel bad. I did say hi to Amanda. Said hi to Amanda, and she's not mad at us, Sheila, why she left our group or whatever. She just doesn't want to hear flat Earth anymore. She wants new topics, and I have plenty of those. So if she wants to hear me talk, it doesn't take much to get me rolling, right? Yeah, man, what a group, man. What a solid group, man. I couldn't be prouder. I know they say that not to have pride, but how do you not find hope in other people that are getting it, you know? I'm glad I'm not alone and that a lot of you are like way above me, right? Like there's room for me to grow, right? Like I see people that are beyond where I am, right? That gives me hope, you know? It's scary when you like think of yourself, if you're like at the top, then you're like, oh my God, like what are we doing? But there's so many people far, far beyond where I'm at, and it gives me hope. And the fact that you guys would come here is humbling. But yeah, like oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I'd like to have you on the show, man. That's what I want, man. Outside the four walls of Yahuwah. Like, what can I call you shorter than that? I know I probably asked you before, and I try to learn everybody's real name, you know? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, but here's the thing about that, right? When you're a prepper, right? I probably wouldn't like at this time, right? Talk about what you have, you know? You're gonna have to guard it, you know? That's why I'd like trust me, we're gonna need preppers. Like we're gonna need preppers, but that's why I don't prep is because I don't want to have to guard it. I want to be on the run, on the move, you know? Because I know that like preaching the word and like trying to find people that are sick and helping them or whatever, like if that's a thing, you know, then I want to be on the move, you know. But yeah, prepping has to be done because there has to be food for people. Oh yeah, that'd be great, man. You want to come on tomorrow? That'd be great. Hey, if any of you guys, like, let me know if I'm skipping over some of you. I don't want to be. I want to have all you on. So don't think I'm skipping over any of you. Like, let me know when you can go on, and I'll figure it out. I know Dee Dee wanted to come back on. I wanted to talk to her offline first about a couple things. AJM, my buddy, you know, for some reason you slide under the radar and always avoid getting picked on, man. But that's a good skill to have, man. I know that you stuck it out with me during some tough times, man, with some mean people, man. I hated that too. I hated that when you were being mistreated, man. That bothered me so much. You know, that's part of the reason that the show got started here the way that it did because of you and Ray of Sunshine. I was doing a stream and some goofy troll came and banned you guys, and I said nope. I put out an apology and everything for you guys, and stood up to it. You know, like no, man, you're not gonna come here and tell me what to do. And I think that was the start of it. You know, And then I felt like I got a calling after that, like not a big one, nothing big, but just like be a place where people could come, you know. Yeah, I don't even know what the thumbs up even does, you know. And I rarely, I mean, I appreciate it when you do it, guys, but I don't ever look at it to see how many I got. It seems like people have become like mean little children that never grow up. Yeah. But doesn't it, okay, so is confusing as that is, right? Yoswell soaring, right? When you see that there's all these immature people that really like almost seem like they get joy out of being mean, right? Uh, when you think about that, only a few people will really find the narrow road. Aren't you glad that it's not you? Like, do you ever like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, wow, man, there's maybe I am one of the few people because I'm not like that, and there's so many like that, right? Like, you're like, it's more confirmation that it is real, and there's not that many of us, you know. I mean, it's happening exactly like Jesus said, right? That people would be like, you know, like backbiters and you know what I mean, and scoffers and mockers. I mean, it's exactly like Jesus said. He said they hated me and they'll hate you for my sake, right? And see, Jesus was doing this kind of ministry with a perfect, you know, he had a perfect um, life, you know, that nobody could pick on any sin that he has done, right? Like, you know how hard it is to do it with like, you know, mistakes and things in your life, you know, like it makes it almost impossible, right? I mean, hey Sheila, talking about a man that could come here and fix everything. Here's Jesus. He comes back and does nothing wrong, lives perfectly, and they kill him for it, you know. And he had the same idea you have. He has the same heart as you, that he wants everything to be right and for people to understand the truth. And I think you have the same heart, you know, because I know that what's inside of you, I see it inside of me, and I recognize it, you know. Yeah, I know guys who collect toys and comics. I mean, well, hey, you know what? Do it. I say this: do what it is that brings you joy, right? Getting offended, like, what do you mean by that, Yoswell Soaring? If I'm getting offended, you should ask yourself why. What does that mean? Yeah, why would people be offended by us talking about Jesus being the only way? It's just the truth, right? We're finding out that that's the truth. It's like finding out about flat Earth. You know, this is just the way it is. It's not, you know, it's not good or bad. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not putting my own spin on it, right? Yeah, Deb, exactly. It's all about the heart. The only way, the only way is through Jesus. That's right. It's just the truth. It doesn't mean that I'm saying that anybody's good or bad or whatever. That is the way it is, you know? I mean, if it is, you know, you get, if it gets that, you know, that you have to push a green button to get saved, then I would say push a green button, you know? But that's not the way it is. It's just facts, you know? That this is a, you know, a fallen world, and God reconciled us back to Him. Well, the Bible is the truth. I mean, that's it. There's no doubt about that. I mean, every other religion is explained, you know. Either it was invented by the Catholic Church or it came out of the Tower of Babel, you know. I'll see you later, Rowan. Raven. Have a good one. Yeah, the word is the only truth in the world, man. Psalm 91. Oh, Sheila's gonna like this one. Psalm 91:11. As a child of God, your Father orders his angels to guard you in all of your ways. And that's exactly right. And remember, Sheila, you shared Psalm 91 with me the other day. And it gives you confirmation when these things, like, we get all these, you know, everyone sharing it from different angles, right? It means it's part of our life, you know. There's a purpose for it, you know. What do I count? Let's see. Let me see here. Raven, the word is the only truth in the world. Yeah, that's the way I believe. The Bible is the only truth in the world. What do I count? Oh yeah, I count sheep. Is that what you mean? I count sheep. Of course I count sheep. Yeah, the other sheep that we eat. Yeah. No. Yeah, I get what you mean. It's so hard, right? Because like they've made, like, so calling somebody a sheep is a bad thing, right? But really, it, like, they've made it bad, right? Like, we should call them zombies, you know? Because a sheep is, you know, we're one of God's flock, you know? And I know that you got your logo as a lion, you know? Sometimes I get, when I see a lion on somebody's logo, there's a couple of you that I respect a lot that have a lion, like Shepherd's Voice and all that. I think of like the roaring lion seeking who he may devour. I think of that, but then I think the Lion of Judah, right, in Revelation is Jesus, right? So there's all this symbolism that could go both ways, right? Yeah, that's the thing. And here's the thing, right? I always tell people this, right? I've only been reading the Bible, right, for like 4 or 5 years. I mean, you're gonna have to go find somebody that could teach you. I don't know anything, right? I mean, we can discuss the Bible here, and I have some good understanding of some things, right? And, you know, we can have an interesting conversation for people walking by to say, hey, I want to be part of that, right? But as far as you learning anything out of the Bible, that's between you and the Holy Spirit and reading the Bible and finding a teacher you trust, you know? I mean, and I could name a couple that I think are good that you can learn stuff from, but I'm at a point now where I can't say one person has all the truth, right? Like, they're always going to get something wrong. No one can be perfect. And so we're always going to have to lean on God's perfect understanding, right? Hold up the Bible and say, God, I don't want to get this wrong. I'm humble enough to say that I'm not going to dig in and offend anybody if I don't know. Now, I could tell people what I believe, right? You know, but I'm very careful when I tell somebody I know something, right? I know what the Bible says about salvation, right? And I know what the Bible says about flat earth, right? But I don't know, like, I believe to a high degree that there's a rapture, but I don't know that. I can't say it says right here that there will be one, right? There's interpretation. And then there's, you know, people that feel they're in a different time period than, you know, if you feel like you're in Genesis, then you're going to be waiting on a flood, right? But if you feel like you're in Revelation, you're waiting on something else, right? So yeah, we got to be humble and understand that, okay, maybe as much as I think that I understand, I might not be right, you know? Hey, Sasquatch. Hey, man, thank you for coming, man. I wish you would stay because I like how you do the scriptures and stuff. That's amazing, man. And when you shared Psalm 91, that was exactly what Sheila was sharing with me the other night. And it gives confirmation, you know? Yeah, I mean, there's good and bad symbolism, right, Deb? But, and I don't judge nobody on it, but I think that if you have a symbol that people are going to notice, right, then you should say in your own words what, you know, why you picked it. And, you know, so that way people don't speculate, you know, go, oh, because I have to answer for that. Like, let's say I associate with somebody with, it has a symbol, you know, that is associated with devil stuff, right? Then they're gonna be like, well, Steve's telling us about all the symbolism, but then he's just gonna hang out with somebody that has it. Like, what is that? I mean, there has to be. I have to be able to tell people what that is and why. You know, it's my responsibility. Not that it's bad or good for them or whatever, right? It could be innocent, right? Yeah, and some bad people speak with symbols and they mock you in your face, you know. And so yeah, and you're right. Symbols have been hijacked. You're right, and it's unfair to always say, "Hey, this person means this because they do this." It might be innocent, but don't think that if you have something that you're not going to have to, you know, explain it. You know, that's that's just not being realistic. If you're a truther and you have some symbolism, you're going to have to explain it. I mean, you see, like, well, this is a drawing of a photo, right? But I made sure I got both my eyes in there, you know? Like I leaned my long skinny head and got my two eyes in there. You know, just on purpose because I look, not that I am afraid of it, right? But if I could avoid it, right? If I could avoid the symbolism, I do. If I see, look, everything up there is black and white. I mean, that's not good, right? So yeah, things do happen, right? But if I could try to avoid it, if I realize that I won't do it, you know, I don't know. It's not. It's. I mean, no one's gonna judge anybody else on it. I won't judge anybody on it individually. And you know, if you know people came to judge me, I'd have an explanation for it, you know, and I don't mind that. So, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to keep it going for a few more minutes, or do you want to round out? I feel bad for Tom, man. I really want to talk to Tom today, and I do have a couple of appointments today. So Deborah in Hebrew means a bee. Well, I could see that. Kind of like a little buzzy bee. I can see that. She says, keep it going. 4 more hours. It says, Deb, you are a big bug. And he's just teasing you. I could see you buzzing around, you know, getting involved with stuff, you know. Meaning well, but getting involved with things, you know. But like man, I wish I wasn't late today, man. That I do. I'm gonna feel some regret for that all day. I am gonna have to pray for forgiveness. But man, it was such a great sleep, and so I even had a dream. I can't remember it now, but it was I reconciled something. I can't remember what it is. Something about my own personality, something about my own character that needs to be better. And I'll remember it later when I meditate on the word, probably. Hey, Tam Tam, you're out of gum. You believe we're supposed, you know, I don't believe we're supposed to wish for death. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, Who wants to die, right? Well, I can't say it like that. I mean, to die is to gain, right? I guess we just do what God wants us to do. I mean, we're characters in a story, right? But now that you say it, wouldn't mind to die. But that's up to God, right? That's up to God. They only have the power over us that God gives them. And it won't be any worse than that. And if we resist the devil at all costs, then he'll flee from us. I think that's important. Hey, Tim, you could stay if you want. I like it when you're here. Man, maybe I should do this show later because it seems like more people can show up. That's interesting. Oh yeah, Tam, I agree with that. Why wouldn't we want to do that? I mean, I think that in our like, you know, right around us in our area where we are, right? And we can affect change in a positive way, right? And if everybody did it, then we would be there. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, in that sense, I see it, right? But when people want to start with what's out there, right? There's nothing written for that. It's all about, like, I got to start with the person in the mirror. I got to start with Steven, and then I got to go to my family. Then I got to go to this, that. You know, it's steps, right? The smaller I look at things, the more change I can make, you know? With the armor, it's easy. You're right about that. Even when I make like big mistakes and big gaffes on here, right? I know that God is with me and he'll get me out of it, right? And it'll be a teaching moment. Like that part is easy and apparent, right? And I know that God will see that. I mean, I know that people will see that God works in me, you know, like that's something that I could never tell you guys. You guys would just have to see that in me. But there are a lot of people that don't see that in me. And to them, they hate me, you know? And like what you see, obviously, they don't see it. It's crazy, man. It's totally, sometimes when they talk to me, I feel like they're talking to somebody else. I'm like looking behind me, like, are you talking about me? I didn't do anything mean to you. I say nice things about everybody, even horrible people. You know what I mean? Not all the time, right? But most of the time. I mean, more than most people. And I don't think anybody's lost, right? Yeah. See, Tim? And it's about trying to get right. We're all trying to get better, right? And that's all it is, right? That's all, I mean, I see that, you know. So do you want me to do a community page and then do a vote on morning showtime? Well, okay, so I know some people want to do it like 6 or something like that, or 5 in the morning, which I can do, right? And then some people want to do it late like this. Well, they're not really attacking me in the sense that I go and reach out to them and step in it, you know? It's my fault. Yeah, not in this chat, no. Because we handle things here, you know? Like, I think that we're good at staying on track, staying focused. Because even them, right? Like, I want to leave that door open for them too. Like, if anybody acts right, they can come here. Yeah, I prefer we don't put his name in there, but yeah, I guess. But yeah, you're not wrong. But and a lot of that is like, okay, I stick my foot in it, you know. Like, oh, okay, I want to go and try to connect with somebody on a real level, right? Thinking if I connect with somebody, they'll see that I'm serious about who I am, you know. That maybe they'll feel understood, you know. But it's weird because I see people over there get treated horribly by people, and they just let them back in their life, and you know they want to hang around people like that. Then when you try to be nice, right, they crap on you for being fake or something like that. You know, it's like, well, I'm sorry about that. Not everyone is, you know, not everyone just does you wrong and keeps on going, like you that you don't exist. Some people uh, respect the fact that you have a soul and a spirit, you know, that came from God, right? And so, you know, I can't even abuse my worst enemy, to be honest. Some people are just not capable. You're right, man. I can't even imagine being like, you know what I mean? Like horrific to somebody. Yeah, I've probably like flexed a little bit when I thought that someone was hurting other people, right? I get mad about that for sure, right? But even that, right? I couldn't imagine like just outwardly being just ruthlessly mean, right? Yeah. And I mean, I act like, you know, kind of soft and all that stuff, but I'll drop somebody, man. I mean, people forget I was a soldier, and I'm bigger than their old asses, man. I hate to say it like that because I don't brag about stuff like that. It's dumb, right? But it's reality. So I'm not scared in that sense at all. Like, trust me. But what are you gonna do, man? People get on the internet and all of a sudden they're 10 feet tall, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a no contact, you know? But the thing is, right? Yeah, you give them anything, man. You're right, Rob. And they just, that's what a narcissist does, man. All they're doing is proving their narcissism, right? By wanting to be a, watch it, there'll be something about me, or they'll, you know, like I'll be a subject in their life, right? But I only think about them as far as like, oh, what can I do to help them be saved or something, you know? Yeah, yeah, it's all, yeah, I'm going to stay positive. I don't worry about that stuff, you know? And you're right, Tam Tam, you know? Why even feed it? And that's the thing. You guys already know me, you know? It's like, it helps because people already know what that is, that dude is, you know? Like people already know now. Like it's not sly. People don't believe that character anymore, you know? Everybody's been attacked unfairly and everyone's like, okay, we're tired of this, dude. You know? No effect, you know? But all right, guys, I'm gonna round out. It's time to hit the old dusty trail. And yeah, all you can do is pray for him, man. And I gotta do the stop contacting because maybe that's ego wanting to like reach out to people that are, you know, maybe I can't help them. Maybe someone, it has to be somebody bigger than me, you know, somebody better, you know. Sometimes you want to get the biggest fish, you know, and watch them turn their life around and become great, you know. But anyway, speaking of great, praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace. He's our ultimate hero. He saved us. He reconciled us back to God, and that's where we're going. Because of him, paid in full. All glory to God, and he deserves it. And pray for the children. And I'll see you guys tonight at 5 o'clock. Sorry about being asleep. Hey, what's going on, Bubba? I'm just rounding out. Sorry, but I do like seeing you, man. God bless you. So I'll see you guys later, 5 o'clock. Bye.